A ver. Good evening. My name is Adriana Avellaneda. Could you tell me your full name, please?
Good evening. My name is Carlos Mario Sanchez.
What shall I call you?
Carlos Mario, please.
Well, okay. Now, in this first part of the exam, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about hometown. What is your hometown?
Uh, in my hometown is Bogota, the capital city of Colombia.
What is the oldest place in your hometown?
The oldest place in my hometown is Candelaria. It located in the center is of the city. Was founded on August 6, 1538.
What is there for India to do or see in your hometown?
Good question. I feel like you can do see complete things in my hometown. For example, from Icon to visit different museums and tourist place that exists in Bogota. And certainly, we are only talking about museums. They are they are 15 example.
Okay. Uh, what is for foreigner to do or see in your hometown?
Uh, Excuse me, can you repeat, please?
Uh, Sorry, I made this question. What is? How could your hometown be improved?
Okay, that's an interesting question. For my point of view, it would my hometown depend on the different factors. For example, so that's an education, infrastructure improves, and honesty as an fundamental principle for those grow who governs and administrate, but also depend the age one us in general.
Okay. Do you think your hometown is good place to bring up children?
For me, and this is not easy question to answer, because we are living in a very difficult situation and insecurity and violence in in this moment. They are really, I don't want my children to grow up. In conclusion, I don't think uh, this is a good place for my kids to grow up.
Well, now let's talk about going out. Do you often go out in the evening?
uh, at the moment, I don't like going. I don't. I don't like at night because a situation there are experiences and insecurity and violence is quite a lot of.
Well, what would you like to do when you go out?
Well, uh, I go at night to chat with my family in the park. Um, Also, I like ride bike with them. Additionally, I like to share in the concert with them, or watching the movies and other things. I really like reading Lombard with my son. I really like all these activities because I found that they strengthen with my family the relationship.
Well, do you prefer going out on your own or with friends?
Mm, I prefer to go with my wife or children because I feel happy and safer.
Well, where do most young people like to go out in your country?
According, uh, according to a report given by Colmedica in the social feed, they are like to attend it even and experience that general well-being with their friends, such as concerts, niche events, and plays where people with the same stains congregate. Um, Another great characteristic in young people in Colombia is that in general they are the concept about their well-being and health. They are interested. I are going to the gym, attending yoga, Pilates, cycling, running, or meditation classes.
Well, Carlos Mario, now let's move on the second part of the exam. I'm going to give you a topic and I like to talk about it for 1 or 2 minutes. Before you start, you will have a minute to think about what are you going to say. You can make some notes if you want. Do you understand?
Okay, okay,
Well, there is a pencil and paper for writing notes, and there is your topic. You can speak about, or you can describe the book that you're reading. You should say what was the book called, when did you read it, what was the book about, and why did you enjoy read it. Okay?
okay, okay,
Well, begin.
okay, okay, okay.
Well, remember you have 1 2 minutes for this. So don't worry if you stop you. I will tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay, the book that light is that I had always liked to read over and over again in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs. The book is a middle figure. Mm, this is it is a book to speed the windows in factor that is meeting. The book divide in 31 charters. The charters are attending to be read one a day in order to giving wisdom, intelligence, and sagacity, and daily living for those who studied it. That is why I like so much because I have contributed a lot to my thinking. Uh, I has given me more ability and reason and the different situation. Um, the actor, the the book is Salomon.
Okay. Now we have been talking about a book you have recently read. And would you like to ask you some more general questions related to the topic? First off, or let's talk about reading. Why do you think people don't like reading?
I believe it that there are different reasons why people I don't like to read. For example, one of they has to do with child, and this development process of reading during to state, it is very important that children can see the importance of reading its light. And this begins when parents read to them and tell them the different histories, and which should introduce the importance of reading in life. Did use one reason why how to not like to read by there may be other such as problems such as dyslexia, loss of practice, amongst others.
Well, what are the advantage of reading?
On my opinion, the advantages at reading are many. For example, introduce our speaking and spelling, excuse me, uh, stimulate our imagination, help help us introduce cognitive memory process, help us learning more vocabulary every time we read. We recreate ourselves while we read, and with cells as our attention process, age time, and concentration.
Okay. Do you think people read less nowadays? And why?
Mm, I think that the people less read less in a day because the difference many has been loving lazy to read in a certain way, because amounts of teachers videos has because people I not want to read, although the videos had little love in other ways learning with various point of view.
What can parents do to encourage children to read?
From my point of view, I think most important things is to follow and reading process of uh, of all children, because it is my main responsibility is as parents. On the other hand, really in front of them is very important, because example is the best way to motivate children.
Well, thank you, Carlos Mario. That is the end of the speaking text. Good luck.
Okay? Thank you. Thank you.